Hello. Thank you for joining me in what may be possibly the most important decision that you'll make in your career journey. I'm Stephen L. Hodge with WealthWave, and we're going to be taking a look at two industries or two career paths, the educational system as well as the financial services industry. Okay? Now, and before we do, let me say this. There are three factors that you have to consider when deciding on a career. Now, we call this the good, better, best scenario. And those three factors are first, in cost. How much is this career that I'm pursuing, whatever that career is, how much is it going to cost me over time to get my training, to get my education? How much? Am I going to have to get grants, loans, borrow money from friends and family? These are things we have to look at when it comes to our decision making. Second thing is time. How much time is it going to take me to complete the training, complete the education, complete whatever career path that we're pursuing? The third thing is probably most important is the rewards, the payoff. How much income am I going to earn over my lifetime because of the career that I chose? Am I going to be able to support my family? Am I going to will I be able to create the lifestyle that I truly want from this career decision? Now, these are factors that we must consider, okay? So, let's first take a look at the educational system. When we're in high school, our parents or what they do in our counselors, they advise us and say, well, go to school, go to college so you can get a good job. So they want you to go to school and get a good job. What does a good job consist of? Well, for some, that may be a BS or a Bachelor of Science degree. And then they say, well, I want a better job. So what does a better job consist of? Well, for some, that may be a master's degree. And they say, well, you know what? I want to make the most that I possibly can. I want to be a top tier earner. So I want to go to school for a little longer and get my PhD or Doctor of Philosophy. Now, with each step in this process, you must invest more financially as you level up your education. So keep that in mind. Now, in the financial services industry, there are different licenses that you must obtain in your pursuit of that specific career. Okay? The first license is a life insurance license. Now, if you want to make more money in the financial services industry, what do? Well, you will obtain a securities license. Now, there are different securities licenses that you will have to obtain. Uh, for instance, a Series 6, 7, or 63 license if you want to level up your earning potential. Now, say you want to truly become a top tier earner, what do? Well, you seek to acquire your Series 65 or 66 license, and you become a financial advisor or a financial planner. Now, in the United States, roughly 2 million people are life licensed. They have their life insurance license, roughly 2 million or so. Now, you have another 750,000 who have their Series 6, 7, or 63 licenses in the United States. And you have roughly 250,000 who have their Series 65 or 66 licenses who are considered financial advisors or financial planners. Okay? So why is this important to you? Well, if you don't have all these licenses, these different levels, you will lack the ability to handle all aspects of the financial industry. And you'll miss out on various financial opportunities, which may, of course, result in less money in your pocket. Now, in the United States, there are less than 10,000 people who have the ability to do all three things. Now, why is this important? Well, it's important for a reason. For example, If you only have a life insurance license and you come across a client that has anything variable, and I will explain to you what variable means later if you don't understand what that means, okay? Anything variable. If you just have a life insurance license, you will not be able to handle that client. Say the client has a variable annuity and they wish to continue to roll it into another variable annuity. If you only possess a life insurance license, you will have to pass that business and that money on to someone who possesses a securities license. And when you pass on that money to someone else, guess what? You don't get paid. You don't get anything out of that. You get zero. So, well, let's flip it. Say you have a securities license and you don't have a life insurance license, right? You have a securities license, but not a life insurance license. And you come across a potential client who has a life insurance trust to cover their $10 million estate. The life insurance individual can handle this client, but the securities license individual who doesn't have a life insurance license can't. You see how important these licenses are? Yeah, and how they work together. So the goal is not leaving any money on the table for someone else. So here's where we figured this thing out. Money in the United States is made today, tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow. And as we do this, we need to think about some things. Now, the licenses, they operate in such a manner to bring in income. Okay? Now, most people are familiar with a job, J-O-B. Okay? Now, only possessing a life insurance license is pretty much like having a job. Okay? That means in order to make money, you have to sell a policy. Just having a life insurance license. You have to sell a policy to make money. Okay. If you sell a policy today, you'll get paid. If you don't sell a policy the following month, you get to zero. And if you don't sell a policy the following year, guess what? You get to zero. That's simply just acquiring a life insurance license only. Now, we can teach you to be very successful with just that one license. Matter of fact, we can show you how to earn six figures a year with just the one license. Okay? But at the same time, with the one license and not having a securities license, those other securities licenses, you're going to be leaving a lot of money on the table because you will be coming across clients that's going to need other things done that requires you to have a securities license. Now, take the MLM or multi-level marketing industry. They have what they call residual income. And this is used basically to entice or encourage people to join and work with them, right? So, residual income. Okay. This license helps you to make money today and smaller increments tomorrow. We're talking about the Series 6, 7, and 63 licenses. They're called a trail. Okay. And then we have what they call recurring income. And recurring income is associated with the Series 65 and 66 licenses as an investment advisor or planner. Now, as you earn money for your client, your money grows. Okay? Allow me to stress this. As your client money grows, your money grows. And as your clients keep their money with you or their accounts with you, guess what? You earn money over time. As your client's money grows, your money grows with an advisor's license. You become like a financial matchmaker. You bring together people who have money with people who protect and grow money. What do they do? Well, they create millions of green babies. And guess what? You get 1% for life. For the rest of your life, just think about that. 1%. Just think. 1% of, say, $10 million. That's $100,000 each and every year that you earn for your efforts. Period. Now, how many people do you know would be interested in earning $100,000 a year in recurring income? Income that basically hits your bank account without doing any additional heavy lifting.
Here comes the money. Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money.
You can't get that with a Bachelor of Science. You can't get that with a Master's, and you can't get it with a PhD. Okay? Yep, we're talking about the financial services industry in a nutshell. And that's why it's the most lucrative industry in the world. We look at how other industries don't even compare. You got the technology industry at 4.7 trillion. You have the retail industry at 7.3 trillion. You've got the real estate industry at 47 trillion. The financial services industry totally obliterates all of them. $151 trillion industry, and it's growing exponentially. Period. Now, if you want to take advantage of this expanding opportunity and learn how you can become America's next top financial superstar, well, this is what you do. Leave me your name, email, and phone number in the form below, okay? And I will see you on the other side.